Hello, and welcome back to the Celestial Garden Show. This is your weekly horoscope for Monday, July the 15th to Sunday, July the 21st, 2024. I am your host, Shanice, and let's get into the horoscope for the week. So, we're going to start with the tarot card of the week, which is the Seven of Wands, and it was grounded by the Chariot. So, the Seven of Wands signifies a week of standing your ground and defending your beliefs. Challenges may arise this week, but with determination and courage, you can overcome them. And the Chariot is what grounds this energy, and it's reminding us to stay focused and maintain control as we navigate through the obstacles for the week. So, together, these cards encourage resilience and a strong will to succeed. So, let's get into Monday's energy. And on Monday, we have the sun in Cancer squaring Chiron. So, this will be around the time when most of us are waking up. If you are on the East Coast, this is around the time where you're probably having your morning routines and commutes to work. So this aspect talks about themes of healing, and it's all about healing your self identity with the sun being involved. And it's all about old wounds that might resurface. So you might see some things that trigger you or have some thoughts that trigger you. But this is offering us a chance for deep emotional healing. When we're speaking to Chiron, this is the wounded healer in astrology. And this wound is all about asserting our sense of authority and having our really understanding ourselves and having a strong sense of identity when we're talking about Chiron and Aries. So this is a good time to practice self-care and to be introspective. I always encourage self-reflection, especially if you are an astrology enthusiast, because these transits really hone in on what you need to focus on. So check to see where Cancer is in your natal chart, which house Cancer is in, and which house Aries is in, because these are the themes that are showing up for you. And this is where you might feel a bit vulnerable, but just know that it is an opportunity for you to grow and heal. And later on in the morning, so when most of us are at work, we're going to have this challenge. It might be a challenging aspect to some, but it might not be for all. But Mars in Taurus will form a conjunction with Uranus. And this is all about unexpected energy. So expect the unexpected and be open minded. This is also a time to watch your impulsivity. But this is a great time to start something new and exciting, something that makes you feel alive. Uranus is all about liberation and freedom and authenticity. So do something that makes you feel alive and that is authentic to you, and be safe, be careful, and just, if you are feeling impulsive, if you are feeling restless, go work out, go take a walk, do something different, do something creative. But as the day winds down, the moon will be talking to Saturn, and this is all about bringing emotional stability and patience. So reflect on your long-term goals and how you can integrate emotional wisdom within those plans. Now, let's get into Tuesday, July the 16th. Early in the morning, when most of us are asleep, the moon will be squaring Mercury, and this is very good. I have this this natal aspect, the moon in Scorpio squaring Mercury in Leo, and this is all about tension within communication and being mindful of how you express yourself. So this could be misunderstandings, not really, being understood. So make sure that you are paying attention to communication. If you are up or if you wake up feeling this energy, try to make sure you are being reflective on your communication and that you are listening, because Leo is involved, and Leo sometimes can take the spotlight and just want their point to be proven or their point to be heard. Just make sure that you are grounded in your emotions when this aspect takes place. But when we are waking up and when most of us are at work, the moon will form a trine to the sun in Cancer. So the moon is in Scorpio. This is deep, intense energy, emotional energy, with the moon talking to its home sign, Cancer. This is harmony between your emotions, your identity, and also just nurturing yourself. So spend some quality moments, some quality time with people that you love. Have conversations with people that who reassure you of who you are and make you feel comfortable and make you feel seen. And in the afternoon, we have the moon in Scorpio opposing Uranus and Taurus. So there's a bit of mutual reception here because the moon is exalted in Taurus and it's communicating to Taurus. So this could be, whatever unexpected event that happened or situation that we are in. This could be a bit of like, what's the word I'm looking for? This is probably like a bit of like a trace of that energy that's showing up in Tuesday. So just stay flexible and open minded when this aspect happens in the afternoon on Tuesday. Try not to get too rigid in what you're doing. Try not to get too rigid in how you plan your day because the moon will be talking to Uranus. But in the evening, we have some dreamy energy. We have like this intuitive vibe rushing in when the moon starts to talk to Neptune, which is retrograde in Pisces. So, this is all about engaging in your creative pursuits or your spiritual activities. I suggest meditation if you are into tarot, giving yourself a tarot reading. If you are into astrology, tracking your transits, just get really good at honing in on your spiritual practices. If you study the Bible, whatever that is for you, this is a great time to really channel in on that energy. If you are working on a creative project, this is beautiful energy to work with. If you are an artist, this is really good energy to get creative with your art. But the moon will be talking to Scorpio. So we are really, or the moon is in Scorpio talking to Pisces. So we are really, really tapped into our emotions, like what we are feeling. We can really channel that into whatever it is we're trying to manifest. This is a good time to visualize as well. And the moon will then begin to shift into Sagittarius, where our focus is more on the long term goals and really being optimistic about the future. Sagittarius is a very optimistic sign. It's also a very curious sign. So if you are interested in reading, nighttime reading would be a great thing to do on Tuesday night. But the moon will be talking to Pluto positively with a sextile. So this is encouraging some deep, transformative perspectives, conversations, thoughts, studying. Like this is very good energy to study with or read with in Tuesday or Tuesday evening. Now let's get into Wednesday, July the 17th, where the moon is still in Sagittarius all day, but it will be forming a square to Saturn, which is retrograde in Pisces in the morning. And this is all about balancing our sense of freedom with our responsibility. So, this is a good time to stay disciplined, but also flexible. So, if you have any plans that, change or anything that comes up that's like out of your plans, just be flexible with it because the moon is in Sagittarius. This is probably an opportunity for you to grow or get closer to whatever it is you are trying to manifest. So be very open minded Wednesday morning. And on in the afternoon, we have the moon in Sagittarius talking positively to Mercury in Leo. So this is all about enhancing clear and enthusiastic communication. This is a great time to share your ideas and connect with other people. And shortly after that, the moon will talk to Chiron. So remember on Monday, the moon was also talking to Chiron, but it was talking harshly. So this is those were triggers that happened on Monday. But on Wednesday, we start to see the support and the healing and what it is we need to focus on when it comes to self-expression, like how we express ourselves authentically. This is supporting energy in healing self-expression. So we move into Mercury talking to Chiron and Aries. So this is basically what we call in astrology a grand trine. This is clear, focused communication, focused, powerful healing, powerful conversations about healing. And this is also about speaking with confidence and truth. This is a fire grand trine, and fire signs are all about being authentic and being true to themselves. And it's all about just leading with your heart and being confident in who you are. Now, later in the evening, the sun in Cancer will sextile Uranus in Taurus. So, this is even more energy of embracing authenticity, embracing who you are, embracing the new things that are happening within this week. So, if you are facing challenges, if these changes that are happening or the situations that you are in are uncomfortable, just know that you have support from the universe, from God, your higher power, in healing yourself, your identity, your authenticity this week. I'm sorry, you guys. I can't remember if I said Thursday or Wednesday, but that was just the energy for Thursday. On Wednesday, the moon will talk to Venus, the north node, and Jupiter. So on Wednesday, in the this is all of this is happening, or most of this is happening towards the evening and afternoon, but the moon on Wednesday, which is July the 17th. I'm so sorry about the confusion, but on July the 17th, the moon will in Sagittarius will form a sextile to Pluto. That's when we are sleeping. So this is changing our the way that we see our fears, the way that we go about operating in our fears in regards to whatever situation you are in. This is offering a healing, supportive, optimistic, expansive growth opportunity in overcoming whatever fears you have. But this is all happening around the time most of us are sleeping or waking up, depending on which time zone you are in. Now, in the afternoon, the moon in Sagittarius will be supporting Venus in Leo. And this is all about changing our perspective and being open minded in regards to our relationships, our finances, and like just the beautiful things that we find attractive in our lives. This is offering a different perspective and offering us to, or asking us to be more open minded. So, this is an opportunity for some deep insights, some emotional growth, and ability for you to see the bigger picture, whether that's whatever it is you're trying to manifest, or like the situation that you were in, seeing somebody else's perspective or point of view. But be aware that sometimes your emotions, when the moon is talking to Venus, this could come out as being overwhelmed or not really focusing on what you need to really get done, and it could be power struggles involved. But I ask you to have some deep conversations and really just explore some new ideas. Reflect on your long-term goals. See if you still feel aligned to that. So that is happening on Wednesday, July the 17th. And the previous day, I actually just gave a horoscope where I talk about the Grand Trine. That's happening on Thursday, July the 18th. Now let's get into Friday, July the 19th, where we have early in the morning the moon in Sagittarius forming a square to Neptune, which is retrograde in Pisces. This could bring up some confusing energy about what it is we are going after, our dreams. We could be like waking up, or not necessarily waking up, but our dreams could really be confusing and misleading. Or you could have some fears show up with this moon in Sagittarius squaring Neptune. So pay attention to that, because this is what you need to pull out of you and overcome, and really just focus on, like, I can't stress this enough. This is a week to truly be optimistic. We have the moon mostly in Sagittarius, which is a Jupiterian ruled sign. And that's all about being optimistic and operating in abundance, energy of abundance, and really, knowing who you are and what you are here to do. And so, the moon, while we are sleeping on Friday, will move into Capricorn, and we have a full moon that is happening in Capricorn on Sunday. So this is all about focusing on practicality and how we can get to our long-term goals. Now, most of the week we're being dreamy, we're manifesting, we're visualizing, we are grounding ourselves in our spiritual beliefs, but towards the end, we start to see those manifestations come into fruition, and we start to see what physical actions we need to take in order to get to where we want to go. And so overnight, the moon will Venus and Leo will form a trine to the north node in Aries, and then sextile the south node in Libra. And well, that's not later in the morning, that's later in the day, in the evening. And this Friday evening is all about socializing and just being really creative and like focusing on your future goals, like what it is. I would even go as far as saying not even focusing on your future goals, but living in the moment, like being present in the moment and just really, really reflecting on how far you've come. That is Friday's energy. And then the moon will begin to square the north node and the south node, reminding us to balance our ambitions with our relationships. So if you are focusing too much on work, then this is a good time for you to focus on your relationships or focus on some creative projects or just have fun, just have fun this Friday. This week was probably very unexpected, probably ran into a few challenges, a few things that triggered you on a deep level. And Friday is a time, or it's offering some energy for us to really just relax and enjoy ourselves and enjoy the people that we love. Well, Saturday is my birthday. Happy birthday to me, solar return. But on Saturday, we have Mars in Taurus forming a sextile to Neptune in Pisces in the morning. And this aspect blends physical drive with dreamy intuition. So Mars in Taurus provides a steady and persistent energy, while Neptune retrograde in Pisces enhances our creativity and spiritual insight. So, this is a perfect time to pursue creative or spiritual practices. Let your actions be inspired by your dreams and your imagination. That is what this is giving right before Mars moves into Gemini. But that's later in the evening, and Mars moving into Gemini is like shifting our focus from steady persistence to being versatile and some mental energy. So, like, really focusing on how we intellectualize what's going on around us. Mars in Gemini brings a burst of curiosity and the desire to explore new ideas. So, this transit encourages us to multitask, learn some new skills, and engage in stimulating conversation. Um, However, be mindful of scattered energy and impulsive actions when Mars is in Gemini. Everybody's going to want to talk. Everybody's going to want to be heard. So stay focused is is the best advice I can give about this transit. And then as we move into later in the evening, the moon in Capricorn will form a square to Chiron in Aries. This aspect brings up emotional healing and confronting our old wounds related to our identity and our self-worth. So the moon in Capricorn is all about practicality, and it might clash with Chiron in Aries, asking us to focus on personal healing. So use this energy to reflect on your emotional wounds and to take practical steps towards self-care and improvement. And then later in the evening, the moon in Capricorn will talk to Uranus in Taurus. And this aspect is all about harmonious blend of stability and innovation. The moon in Capricorn is focused on responsibility that aligns with whatever Uranus in Taurus is for you. So that's a drive for change and innovation, but being stable within your surroundings, your whatever it is, that like your home, your friendships, your sense of self-worth. So embrace new ideas and find creative solutions to practical problems. So let this energy inspire you to make positive changes in your life. It can be very impulsive, it can be really uncomfortable energy, but just try to use this energy to try to remain positive within this energy. That's the best thing that I can say. So let's get into Sunday, where we have the full moon happening. Um, and that is happening when most of us are asleep, but it's happening at 4:16 a.m. That's Mountain Time. But adjust to your time zone. And this is the second full moon in Capricorn this year. So full moons are all about reflection, and it's highlighting what the month's themes and what you've been manifesting. It's highlighting those things for you. So look to see where Capricorn is in your natal chart. And I'm going to give a brief rising sign horoscope. So stay tuned for that. But this full moon emphasizes our long term goals and achievements. So reflect on your progress, celebrate your successes, and reassess your plans. Shortly after that, the moon will enter Aquarius, shifting our focus towards innovation and community. So the moon will talk to will talk to Mars, who is now in Gemini, who just moved into Gemini as soon as the moon moves into Aquarius. So this is productive energy and taking action towards our goals. And in later in the morning, we have the moon forming a conjunction with Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. So this is deep emotional transformation and all about embracing change and letting go of what no longer serves you. The afternoon brings some joyful and expansive energy as Venus in Leo sextiles Jupiter in Gemini, and this is asking us to connect with others in new opportunities. So be flexible. While Mercury is also squaring Uranus, just be flexible and expect unexpected communication or insights. By the evening time, the sun in Cancer will form a trine to Neptune in Pisces. So this is enhancing our intuition, our creativity, our spiritual growth. And this is a great time to engage in some meditation practices or creative arts. And lastly, Mars in Gemini will form a trine to Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. So this is empowering us. Like, this is actual action towards transforming our lives. This is almost like stepping into a new timeline type of energy, because Mars is how we move and go about taking action in our lives. So look to see where Gemini and Mars is, because these are the themes that this energy is showing up for you. And at 10:34 Mountain Time, the moon in Capricorn will sextile the North Node in Aries and trine the South Node in Libra. And this is balancing our past lessons with our future ambitions. So now I kind of want to get into talking about Mars moving into Gemini a little bit more. So Mars represents drive, action, and energy. When Mars transitioned from like a steady sign like Taurus to a dynamic sign like Gemini, our focus shifts from persistence to being a little bit more versatile. Mars in Gemini brings a burst of mental energy, curiosity, and the desire to explore new ideas and experiences. This is a great time for you to start multitasking, learning a new skill, a new language, or just simply engaging in stimulating conversations. Just be mindful that this is a bit of scattered energy, and also it might be coupled with impulsive actions. So try to stay focused on or with this energy while it's transiting through Mars. Now, let's get into the full moon rising sign horoscopes. And I'm going to start with Capricorn rising. So, this full moon illuminates your first house of self, Capricorn rising. It's a time for personal reflection and self improvement. So, celebrate your achievements and set new personal goals. Um, Aquarius risings, the full moon highlights your 12th house of spirituality and introspection. So reflect on your inner world, release what no longer serves you, and embrace your spiritual growth. So if you have some self-sabotaging ways, make sure you are clearing that out. And for my Pisces risings, Your 11th house of friendships and community is being illuminated with this full moon. So celebrate your social connections and reassess your goals with your groups and your communities. Aries risings, the full moon shines on your 10th house of career and public image. So reflect on your professional achievements, set new career goals, and consider your public persona. Taurus risings, this full moon brings focus to your ninth house of higher learning and travel. Reflect on your educational or your travel experiences and set goals for your personal growth and expansion. Gemini risings, this is happening in your eighth house of transformation and shared resources. Reflect on your personal transformations, your financial partnerships, and set goals for deep emotional healing. Cancer risings, your seventh house of partnerships and relationships is being illuminated. So reflect on your close relationships, celebrate your partnerships, and set goals for mutual growth. Leo risings, this full moon is highlighting your sixth house of health, daily routines. Health and daily routines, sorry. Reflect on your wellness habits, set goals for improving your health, and streamline your daily routines. So get a little more grounded and focused on what it is you want to do consistently each day. Virgo risings, your fifth house of creativity, romance, and children is being illuminated. Reflect on your creative projects, your romantic relationships, and set goals for personal joy and expression. Libra risings, the full moon shines on your fourth house of home and family. So reflect on your your home life, celebrate family achievements, and set goals for creating a nurturing environment. Scorpio risings, your third house of communication and local community is highlighted. So reflect on your communication style and set goals for improving local connections and engage in learning more. Sagittarius, last but not least, the full moon is illuminating your second house of finances and self worth. Reflect on your financial situation, your earnings, and set some goals for improving your self worth and financial stability. So that's it for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Celestial Garden Show. Remember to embrace the energies of the week with an open heart and mind and reflect on your achievements. Stay curious with this Sagittarius energy being so prominent this month. What am I talking about? It's not Mercury retrograde. I can't even talk. And let the stars guide you this week, okay? So until next time. Oh, before I leave, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave a review, and share it with your friends. If you are interested in booking a reading, I will leave a link in the description. And until next time, you guys, peace.